Hey guys, welcome to the second commentary for LONGBOX Breakup. I did one of these by myself a few weeks ago, but I thought it would be really interesting to do something with the cast/crew type thing going on. So today we have Julia Breeze, who played Valerie in the film, and we have Brandon Bell, who was the cinematographer on the film.
Yes, I was.
So we're just going to watch the movie and, I guess, notate as we go along. Hopefully there will be some funny, wacky stories on the set of LONGBOX Breakup.
Yes, it was crazy. We'll have so many stories. It's the best.
All right, so I'm going to press play now. And I'm going to mute it.
Yeah, don't. We'll just have to guess the audio. We should know it by now, I guess.
You know, we showed the film in film class a few weeks ago, which now we're in the next semester of film class. And, yeah.
So, here, oh wait, no, I'm talking about the shot with the wheelchair. That's at the end, isn't it?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
So in a few seconds, we dolly over to Valerie, and we used a wheelchair for that shot.
That was really, really difficult. Or MG, how she's just reading about lobsters in the book.
Yeah.
It's pretty fantastic.
We had to go, we went back and had her on the last day read like 5 chapters of biology books, just bland.
And if you see Houston's or Logan's water bottle, it's a Hamilton thing.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And we'd always keep the water on the right level. We would always line it up with the words.
Right with the letters.
That was something that Julia always was really good at worrying about. She's good at the details and continuity.
And then that's a fake wall right there behind Zane.
Oh right, yeah.
That's a fake wall right there.
The wall right there behind me is just paper covering up the windows. Because there was way too much backlight with the windows next to me. But yeah, so we showed the film in film class a few weeks ago, and so it was hilarious because we were in the same classroom watching the film that was shot in the classroom, so it was like classroomception.
Yeah, and I wasn't there for that, so Houston was sending me Snapchats the whole time, and I was like, yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's our speaker that isn't an actual speaker.
Oh right.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is.
There's never been a bell on that.
And this scene took so many times because we couldn't get them to walk by fast enough. They're just like lollygagging.
I was taking forever to pack up my stuff, and everyone else was going out the door way too fast.
Yeah, that zip was fantastic right there. I really, really liked that. Just zam.
I had some people on the film comment like, "Why do they take off their jackets?" And I was like, "Because it's probably hot outside." Well, it was released in January, so I think people think it's set in January, but it's set. I mean, we filmed this in early spring.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it was pretty hot outside.
Yeah.
It was pretty hot outside.
I mean, the whole idea, it's pretty obvious, but the whole idea was that they're gray and dull when they're at school, but when they're with just alone, they express themselves completely and have the colors and everything.
And these scenes turned out really good.
Yeah. You know, there's some of the shots were really shaky at first just because there was all this wind and our tripods weren't stabilized, but like once I added stabilizer in Premiere, you can't even tell.
It's crazy because sometimes it'll work really well, and other times it's like, this is just not going to work at all.
Yeah.
So we got lucky.
And that wall, when you leaned up against it, if you pulled away, it would like have things stuck to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Or like, I remember at one part, you get off the wall and your butt, we can see your butt, and it has like just dust on it.
Yeah, I always notice that detail. That's in the sad montage.
Yeah.
I walk away and you can see all this gray dust on my butt, but I always wonder if I'm the only one who notices that detail or if everyone does.
No,
I guess it's kind of
most people I show the video, they're like, oh, he has dust on his butt. I was like, yeah, that was on purpose. Like, it was funny, right? There
were a lot of happy accidents with this, like when I leave my bag. Yeah. That was probably my favorite thing, where then we paid it off in the sad montage.
This comic book store, Houston reached out to them. They're like, yeah, you can come film here. And
it
ended up awesome. And I'm actually in this. Matthew Straw was our teacher here, and that's him, the tall, bearded guy.
Yeah.
Like,
you can
this
see
whole
you
thing shot so well.
In a second.
Yeah, I'm the tall, skinny
or
white
it's
guy.
later. Yeah.
This was cool. This turned out really well. That was a cool spot.
That was the coolest playground.
That was the coolest playground ever.
And we got lucky too because I went back there a while ago and it was packed full of kids.
Oh.
So nobody was there. It was really nice.
So much of this montage is so cheesy and so sincere, and I'm just like, you just gotta roll with it. That's what this film is.
This song is also amazing.
Oh yeah.
I love this song so much. Then here's the glide cam.
All right.
I don't know if I'm really proud of this scene.
And also, like, the extras add so much to the
we get some of the
realism.
The kids did a good job.
Yeah.
The kids.
The kids.
The boys.
The kids that are our age, but they're younger than us. And that was a whole scene we had to cut out there.
That's where we were going to
We had an
shoot.
entire scene
Right.
of them walking up the stairs, but we had to cut it out. Cause
That was another happy accident, was that I was able to use that in the montage, even though we thought we wouldn't be able to use it as the
Oh wait,
scene.
I think I was just
Oh,
there.
yeah, you
there
were
I
there.
am.
Yep.
I was just in the background.
In the background of the content.
There I am.
There
I'm
you
with
are.
the black and white shirt. There I am. And then the people in the store were actually people shopping in the store.
Right.
They just kept
Yeah,
quiet
I
and it
was
worked
I
really
was
well.
afraid I was like, are they gonna shut down the store for us, or are they just gonna let us do it?
But
and
it ended up working.
It turned out to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were just like really chill and just like were perfect extras.
Right.
So yeah, and this scene is really nice.
Oh yeah, that was when it was really wet and we had to sit
And here,
on the
this is
wet
this is a
seats.
glide. This was just me standing there with my glide cam.
And I think I stabilized it a little
yeah,
bit as
and,
well.
and it looks fine. I mean, there's some movement.
This scene is funny because just this bottom level of the elevator,
Yeah.
all of the sounds in this scene
Were
are done in
awful.
post. Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't even get any audio. So it's
Yeah.
ADR, it's Foley I did of the buttons pushing and of the door opening and of the footsteps on the floor.
Yeah, that's
so like
good.
a couple months later, I went back and just recorded my feet stomping on the floor. at the
And
bottom
I'm
of the
impressed because
elevator
I
room.
remember like hearing the echoes. Like we're not gonna be able to use.
Oh
this.
yeah.
And this scene ended up being really funny.
And that's the other thing. When I did ADR in that elevator room, I added a ton of echo to it so
Yeah.
that it would be like it
And it
was.
worked.
But then I was like, well, it's
Or-
too jarring because then people go, why is it echoey?
Yeah.
Even though it actually was in real life. So I just made it a little bit more
But there
normal.
was some echo in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you could hear it. Also, I'm really proud of these glide cam shots right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The sky is really pretty in this one too.
And you added like a ton of saturation to this, right?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. I'm always really shocked at this scene, how it turned out, because there are no continuity errors or anything.
And it
which
just ended
shocked
up
me.
going really perfectly. Like it's smooth and it's just nice.
Yeah.
I'm proud of this. I might put it on my
Also, this is the scene that uses the most just on-camera audio.
Yeah.
And we don't hear your footsteps as you're filming us, which always
I
was
might have
like,
been
that's so
I might have
lucky.
been barefoot that
Oh,
time.
you
'cause
might
I
have
remember
been,
I
yeah.
kicked off my shoes. I was like, they're too squeaky. But yeah. Then this turned out pretty well.
This is probably my least favorite parking
Really?
deck scene, just because it's super rainy and then we cut and it's bright again.
Well, then you hear the
You hear
what
the
did
birds
is you
chirp,
put
so
a
it's maybe
bird
time
in
has
there,
passed.
So you're like,
Yeah.
it felt like it worked for me.
Yeah.
But maybe some people didn't like it. But y'all both work together so well, and it just kind of like flows here, and it's pretty good.
Again, just embracing the awkwardness.
Yeah.
Because it was going to be there anyway.
Yep.
It's a student film.
Yeah, but like that's part of the story. Like we work, they're supposed to be awkward.
Well, right. It's another example of use what you have, where it's like, whatever we make is going to be super awkward. So why don't we make something about being super awkward?
Yeah, they're supposed to be awkward. And then here he forgets his bag, and we already talked about
Right.
it. That wasn't on purpose, and like he walks off screen, and we're like, "Get your bag!" And he runs, gets his bag, comes back, and like we.
And so
loved
then
it.
in all the following takes, I intentionally left my bag.
Yeah, we're like, it was good. It was good.
And of course, this is the only scene that I filmed without any of y'all.
Yeah.
Sadly. I enjoyed clearing out my room and making it like
big green
everywhere
wall.
around what you're seeing right now is a wreck. Like
Yeah.
I made all the place here picturesque and nice and symmetrical, but everything around the back of the camera is just my stuff is piled up on my bed and everything because I cleared the wall.
Dude, yeah.
Oh, also, I told you this, but I love how you made the text lowercase because that's how I text. And so I'm like, yes,
Yep.
that just works.
Yeah, I like this. This scene was originally so monotonous because we had it play out in real time with the text. It was one shot, but eventually I just sacrificed that to be like, all right, we have to trim this down. It's not going to be as realistic with the amount of time it would take to type something, but sometimes you have to sacrifice realism for entertainment value.
It was pretty long, and both Matthew, our teacher, and I were like, Houston, we really want you to like make it shorter, please.
Right.
And Houston was like, all right, I got you.
And if I had to go back and change it, I would theoretically have myself doing an activity here so that it's more active than me just sitting in a chair. Like, it would have been cool if I was, like, shopping in a grocery store and had to, like, stop the cart every time I wanted to text her or something, so that it increases the tension. But
Too late.
I also liked the idea of it being in his room, so we see a bit more of his personality with the posters and the Funko Pops and the DVDs.
It works really well. And with the shirt,
Right, Weekly Planet shirt, yeah.
So good, so good. And then this is really cool.
Yeah,
I really
that
like what
is.
Houston did here. The picture.
Oh, yeah.
Gross. SMH.
That's an example
Whoa.
where you don't really get a chance to read all the text there, but I think it was enough that you get the point,
Yeah, you
which
still
is
get,
that
like-
she's trash talking it.
Yeah. You're kidding, right?
Oh yeah, that was
Right?
another thing. I was like, you've got to put the typo.
I love it. I love it. You can tell he's just so upset. He can't. That's me. That's me.
And another key was to not, because the first take I did of this, I was like totally overacting. I was like, ugh, like
Yeah.
sighing and everything and all this stuff. And I'm like, even when I'm super angry in a text, I'm pretty blank. Like I wanted to.
Yeah.
There's a Vine online where someone's like, I'm screaming right now or whatever, and it just cuts in their
Yeah, they're
blank
just like-
expression. I was like, that should be what this is.
Oh, rest in peace, Vine.
Yeah. I heard it's coming back, I think.
Yeah, they're making a Vine too.
Yeah.
But who knows? when
I
it's
was
gonna-
always shocked that it left in the first place.
Yeah.
This was the thing I added on the last day where the texts stay a little bit longer than the
Yeah, and
picture.
I dig that. That worked out well.
Yeah. And sad montage. Obviously, a lot of the sad montage is repeating stuff from the first one, but with different circumstances. Here's edgy Houston. Edgy, hooded Houston.
Didn't take the hoodie off. You left it on.
Also,
This wasn't even a room.
right, this is a church classroom that we turned into a
No,
room.
it wasn't even a classroom. It was a
classroom.
Or
hallway.
right, it's
Like
a
the
hallway,
corner
yeah.
of
And I was shocked that it worked.
I mean, it looked like a girl's room. It worked well. And here's just another glide cam shot.
Mm-hmm.
Hurts. Here's my sister.
Oh, yeah.
The extras are so pretty.
I was surprised we got the extras to show up every time and wear the same clothes.
Yeah,
like,
I
there are a
think
couple
somebody-
errors, but most of the time it was pretty...
One of the people, what was Oliver commented?
Oh,
It was
right,
like
that he
Ben-
saw
He saw continuity.
Ben is in the
error.
hallway, and then the next scene he's in the classroom.
The different
I couldn't figure.
Mm-hmm.
Ben and I were trying to figure out who it was because we were going through the comments,
Right.
and like we see the account, and we're like scrolling through. We're like, oh, it's Oliver. So we're like, who knows his name? What's
Oliver,
going
for
on?
reference, worked on the sound in the
Yeah.
film. Here's the comic book she's reading, is the one that I give her as a gift in the first montage. So another...
There's Zane, the same guy with
Yeah.
the fake wall.
I remember us going, oh, it's so tragic. She's got her backpack on the other side, like it's replacing him. Boom.
Oh.
Ultimate edgy.
And he pulls the strings,
I still have
and
that
he
hoodie.
forgets the backpack again. I
Yep.
love it.
That
so
was
much.
that was the payoff there, which really made me happy.
And the butt.
And the
dusty
dust butt. Yeah. Here's the Cloverfield Easter egg on the sign for
Oh,
the
yeah.
door. This shot, when you turned the tripod originally, it was like a Dutch angle by the end.
Right.
So I had to do in Premiere,
You had to fix
adjust
that.
it as it turned.
Yeah.
Like adjust the angle of it. And it actually, I was like, how did this work? It
Yeah,
looks
there
seamless. I don't know.
I was doing this one shot where I wanted to get somebody, and I zoomed in really fast, and I had to lock it in and then unzoom out digitally.
Oh, right.
It was very complicated.
This is probably the scene I'm the most proud of.
Yeah.
Like, you could say, you know, we're just using the emotional beats of another film to replace
Yeah.
ours, but
But I mean,
I mean, the film is about people who love to watch movies, and the conflict arises because they have a disagreement about movies, so the resolution needs to involve movies in some way. And I always wanted to do something where it was like, how would you make such a passive thing of watching a movie into an active thing?
Yeah.
And I think it works.
It worked really well.
Yeah.
And again, everything, like, we were obviously working with very little light, and we were shooting on DSLRs, and it still looks really great.
Yeah.
And then, did we already see like the wheelchair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
We already saw it.
Mm-hmm.
It already happened. I missed it.
It was in the beginning.
Oh,
Oh,
your baby.
that shot was so difficult, but we did it.
Yeah, originally we had my camera slider, but it wasn't long enough for
Yeah.
the length between the desks.
So I just pull out the wheelchair. So emotional, man. It's so good though. And like
Like,
the
when we
lighting
were-
on half of your face looks so good.
Oh yeah. And I think Matthew was like fluttering his hands in front of the light,
Yeah.
so it was like the projector was moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were filming this on the day, I thought it was going to be a disaster. I thought it was going to be really, really bad. But then in the editing room, I was like, this could work if we. And I was so happy that I got the shot of the whiteboard with the film on it, because that was
Yeah.
integral to the whole thing. You couldn't just have it in the background playing. You have to be able to cut away to it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is good. And we had to
Music
move
swells.
We had to move the tables so much closer together.
Oh, right, so we could
Yeah.
reach our hands.
But like you can't tell, so it worked.
Yeah. Movie magic, if you please.
Yeah. And they're like
Yeah, that's
stretching
cool
out,
shot.
but like it looks fine. And then the whiteboard when you were just recording the movie, wasn't that not here? It was in like your dad's office?
No, it was here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I did it after everyone had left.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I have to get this.
5, 4, 2, 1, cut.
And of course, I mean, everyone probably noticed this, but they're wearing the t-shirts of the films that they argued about.
Yeah.
So,
And the dialogue again is great. And then they're like, oh, I'm so sorry.
yeah, I like, yeah, it was, I had to teach Julia about Scott Pilgrim so that she could
Right,
fake
right.
talking enthusiastically about it.
And Houston's really great about being like very exaggerated. And he's like, oh my gosh. And it's so
I've had a lot
great.
of experience with exaggerating things
Yeah,
on
and
my
it's just
on
kinda
my
neat.
YouTube channel. Being hyperbolic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cut down this scene quite a bit as well. I talked about this in the other commentary, where originally I say, when I was 7, I got in trouble for watching Mad Max. Then she says, I loved Mad Max because of my dad. Then I said, when I was 9, I loved Back to the Future. And it became really repetitive because I say, when I was 7, and then it's like, when I was 9. So we just contained it to the Mad Max thing and left out the Back to the Future stuff because you get the point by the end, which is
Yeah.
that people like the things that they like because it speaks to something inside of them.
Like liking the prequels.
Yeah. It's your
I loved
childhood.
it as a kid. Yeah, and this whole thing, like the lighting was just right. The wind comes in.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah. That was another thing I cut out a little bit more of the dialogue. Like she says she's sorry at one point, but I thought the hug would suffice and make it a little bit more awkward. I didn't want it to
then
be
you're like,
completely
okay,
tied up.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, all right, no more hugs.
Okay. And this was a thing, well, we're about to get to it. So she says,
Oh,
"Want to see
yeah.
my costume for the convention?"
I make up just a bunch of stuff about this.
Yeah.
And
character.
it
That was
was like
fun
I was very
improvising
impressed.
that.
I was like, man, you're freestyling right now.
Yeah.
You did it right.
This thing I added on the day, on the day that it was released, the Pong.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because when I
like
rewatched it, I was like, yes.
Which is again a bit of a payoff to the thing at the beginning. Where
Kind of,
it's
it's kind of like a
like they're
return
back
to
and
a familiar
forth all the
situation,
time.
nothing changed.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Boom.
Yeah. That's great.
So there
it
you
was
go.
so much fun.
So obviously we can't thank the cast and crew of this enough.
Yeah.
They worked so hard. Obviously Brandon and Julia are incredible.
Thank you. Lisa.
And the rest of the crew, I mean, even though they were forced to be there every day
Yeah.
because it was class, but they were pretty incredible as well.
And we all like had to choose which script we wanted, and we chose Houston's.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, it was the best, obviously, because Houston's great. And it just everything just worked really well, and all flowed really well. So
Yeah.
we're all very proud of Houston.
And this end title artwork is Yale Jeong, my friend, who did
Yes.
my channel artwork, so I'm very thankful
Yeah.
to him for that.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I have
he's
like
the best.
so many screenshots of when it says Brandon Bell, a cinematographer, or whatever. I was like, I just screenshotted so many. Like, I can show you my phone. It's like 50 of them.
Yeah, man. We need to work together again sometime.
Yes, of course.
So,
Yeah.
that was the commentary for Longbox Breakup. Brandon has to go, it looks like. You've got a meeting or something.
It's also a classic. All right.
All right. We'll see you later.
Yeah, see y'all later.
Say goodbye, Julia. Just
Bye.
yell goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right. We'll see you guys later.